Hello everyone and welcome back to This Is Real Life. I'm your host Sheri, and on today's DIY Wednesday video, we're going to transform this. Oh yeah, we are. We're transforming some thrift store finds today. And we are going to transform this beautiful piece here with the help of two products today. One of which was sent to me, hashtag not sponsored, by Cobbe Cabinet Hardware. And the other one was sent to me by, hashtag not sponsored, Rollingdog Tools. Now, if I'm being fully transparent with all of you, I did not find this at the thrift store. This piece is much too nice to be in a thrift store. However, it is someone's trash that I am going to turn into my treasure. Our dear friend Stacy, who you all know and love, she's taught us many things on this channel. We made that chunky blanket. She taught me how to make pillows. We installed a light fixture at her house. Well, it just so happens that her aunt was looking to get rid of this. She was looking to unload it, and Stacy texted me and said, "Hey, do you want to go over to my aunt's house and pick up this piece of furniture?" And I said, yeah, I do. So again, I didn't find it in the thrift store, but basically we're doing a thrift store flip today. Now, you might look at this and say, Sheri, like many of my friends have already told me, Sheri, this is beautiful. You don't need to touch it. Why are you gonna paint it? It looks like a beautiful antique that could probably fetch a fair price on the open market. And while I agree, I want to bring a little more color into my dining room area. You know that we've got my very brightly colored orange china cabinet that I painstakingly redid in Katja's vision. And right now, my dining room table is solid wood. I have a buffet over there that is solid wood. This solid wood. I'd like to have a little bit more color in here. So my plan is, I'm not gonna paint the whole thing. I know, it sounds crazy, but let me show you the inspiration. The inspiration is actually in the cabinet hardware that Cobbe sent me. Let me show you how beautiful these knobs are. They're very modern, and this, not so much. Oh, they're actually more of they're not a knob at all. A handle, a drawer pull, if you will. Each one of the little drawer pulls came individually wrapped and perfectly protected from Cobbe. So let me show you. Oh, you guys are gonna die. Look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful this is. So see, boom, 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 boom. Now, because these are A, gold, and B, a little bit more modern, I wanted to do something to this that still kept its vintage charm, but added a pop of color and also made it a little bit more modern with these knobs. So I went onto the interwebs, and you know me, I Googled some images and I printed them out. Now, Katja, I wish we could be best friends. I feel like we're best friends in my head. So right away, I was looking for inspiration from Katja. And I mean, look at that beautiful piece. Oh my gosh, look at this one. I just love her vibe. I just love her vibe. Now, I was thinking, especially with this one, because it's teal with the gold. So I was searching painted furniture with gold hardware, and that's what I stumbled upon. They're all beautiful. And then I found some other images that kind of have the style of hardware, but the painting itself is a little bit more subdued. And then I stumbled across this, and also this, and also this, where the people that are redoing their pieces are painting the sides and the in-betweens, but leaving the drawer fronts their natural wood. And I kind of dig that look. Number one, it's gonna be much faster to refinish. And number two, you're still gonna see the natural wood of this vintage piece. We're just gonna spruce it up a little bit with some paint on the sides. The next big question was what color. So for this dining room, sunroom situation, I've started redoing it. I painted basically 3 walls, the 2 side walls and this back wall here. And that color is like, I guess like a buttercup yellow, you could say. This wall that I'm looking at here that you guys have seen many times is what it was. And technically what it was is the exterior of the house. So this whole sunroom, dining room was in addition to the house before I moved in. And the people that lived here before me never did anything. They put up beadboard on these 3 walls to finish them, but they never did anything with this wall. It's literally the stucco outside of the house. So my plan is to beadboard all of this wall so that everything in this sunroom is beadboard. And then for that wall that I'm looking at right now, I wanted to paint it, well, it's actually called avocado. I want to paint it a nice avocado green. So I bought that gallon of paint a long time ago. Here it is right here. That's the color, that olive green color. So this is my wall color, but I thought it might be nice to bring that olive green color to this piece here. But I didn't want to just make it be olive green. I want to use some of Katya's paint techniques because number 1, they're very fast, they're very forgiving, and number 2, I just like them. So I decided that I am going to put a first layer down of this oatmeal chalk paint that I actually purchased when I was refinishing the china cabinet because it was on sale at either like the Joann's or the Hobby Lobby or the Michaels. So I got this container for $5.47. So my plan is to lay an undercoat basically down of this and then go over it with the olive green. And I kind of want to have that like, I wouldn't say technically shabby chic look, but a more distressed look. So I do want the oatmeal to show through in like the divots of this piece here. And then I also, that mirror up top there's some detail that I think I'm going to tie in the gold of the knobs and use that like gold rub and buff wax stuff in the details there. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. And it just so happens, like I mentioned earlier, the people over at Rollingdog Tools sent me their 10-piece paint kit to test. So we are going to use this as well as some of our brushes, and we're gonna transform this piece of furniture into something that coordinates a little bit more with my vision and a little bit more with the decor that is going on in this joint. Because the first thing we have to do is get a coat of paint on this puppy. Let's talk about this 10-piece paint kit that Rollingdog sent me. So, as you know, I got an email from Hart over at Rollingdog Tools basically saying that Rollingdog Tools is a professional painting tools company with a focus on producing a variety of paint applicators. They have so many things. Paintbrushes, paint rollers, putty knives, accessories. If it's got to do with paint, Rollingdog Tools has it. On their Amazon page, this right here is the Rollingdog Paint Roller Kit, 9-inch paint roller with tray, 4-inch mini roller, stainless steel paint roller extension pole, 3 feet. It retails for $24.99. Standard threaded extension pole can be used for both paint roller frames, complete paint roller set with wall and detail rollers, perfect for most interior room painting. Well, we're gonna be painting furniture in a room, so I think that counts. Now, for $25, I think this is a pretty good deal, guys. You get your 9-inch roller holder thing, and you get 2 of these 1/2-inch nap lint-free rollers, which is great. I go through these like crazy because you know why? I don't wash them. I use them and then I just throw them away. It's just too much time to wash them. That's all I have to say. Then we've got our little 4-inch roller holder thing. and 4 of these lint-free 4-inch rollers with the 1/2-inch nap. Boom. So perfect. I think this is gonna be perfect for our job here today. 4 of those, so basically 6 paint rollers here. Then we've got our extension rod. So if you are painting a room and you just don't feel like getting up and down a step ladder, this extension rod extends 3 feet. So you can stand on the ground, attach your paint roller to the end of this here, and now you've got all that extra reach. So that's cool. And then you got one of these to put your paint in. So I don't know, I think $25 is a pretty good price for all of this stuff. But we are gonna see if these rollers are in fact lint-free and how well they hold up when I'm painting this. But before we can start painting, first things first, I'm the realist.
First things first, I'm the realist.
And second things first, we need to wipe this down. So I just have some warm soapy water and a towel, and I'm just gonna go ahead and wipe this all down, then rinse it with some clear water, and then we can start painting. Okay, I'm fully prepped. Drawers are removed because I'm not painting those, and I've painstakingly taped off every area that I do not want to paint. Because for the look that I am going for, we're only painting basically like the carcass. I'm leaving the top and the drawers the wood color brown. I haven't quite decided on the mirror frame yet. I mean, maybe I'll paint it, maybe I'll leave it brown. I'm not quite sure yet, so I'm saving it for last. It also is removable with 3 screws, so I'm leaving it on for now to see if we like it wood, because the top's gonna be wood, or if I wanna remove it and then paint it. So now that that's all done, our first coat is going to be this chalk paint. This is oatmeal, and I'm gonna just do like a nice little undercoat. I'm pouring it into my Rollingdog paint tray. I'm going to use my little 4-inch foam roller. I also have a brush to get into the crevices. Chalk paint is pretty thick. It is supposed to cover without having to sand. Since I've wiped everything down and this doesn't really feel like there's any oils or anything on it, I think we'll be okay. I mean, we will find out sooner rather than later. So let's get to painting. Okay, 4-inch lint-free roller going into our paint here. All right, here we go. Ooh, that color is nice. I like it. Seems to be doing just as intended. I don't see any little lint balls anywhere, so that's good. Yay. Okay, sweet. I'm just gonna keep painting. Okay, I have actually done 2 coats of the oatmeal chalk paint, and I think it looks really great. Part of me was like, maybe you should just leave it oatmeal, but I'm not going to. But I have decided that I do want to paint the frame of the mirror oatmeal, and then over the top the avocado. I did everything really quickly with my paint roller because a majority of the surfaces are very flat. There's just some little grooves and some little rounded areas that I couldn't really cover with the paint roller. After I got the coat on really quick with the paint roller, I went back and did Katja's technique of mushing the paint in. She likes the texture because once everything is said and done, we're gonna do that wax coat over the top. And I have that brown wax that I used on the china cabinet. We want the texture. So I very quickly went over everything with this wonderful 4-inch lint-free roller. Worked amazing. And then I just went back with my brush and mushed everything in for the second coat. So one coat fully with this, and second coat fully with this. So there you have it. Now we just need to let these coats dry. I do need to do the frame of the mirror in the oatmeal, and then after that, we can paint our final top coat of the avocado green. Yay! Okay, it is day 2, and our first 2 coats of the oatmeal chalk paint are on. I actually did decide to take down the mirror. I painted it this morning. It's right over here drying. It was a pain in the ass to tape off that mirror, but I did it. But now we can do the green avocado coat on here. Now for the top coat of the green, I'm not gonna roller it on. I'm gonna use Cotche's technique with the paintbrush because I've already developed some nice texture with the oatmeal chalk paint, and I wanna continue that with the avocado green. Now, the avocado green I picked out a long time ago for this sunroom when I moved into this house. So it's been sitting in my garage, a full gallon. It's just wall paint. It's a flat, and oh my gosh, if you guys were like me and you pick out paint and then you decide, nah, I'm not gonna paint right now, and paint's been sitting in your garage for a while, it does separate. So if you don't have one of these that you attach to your drill that you can remix up the paint, I'm telling you, hashtag not sponsored, but I think I bought this at like the Lowe's or the Home Depot or something. It has come in handy because I was able to freshen up this avocado green paint. So it is ready. Ooh, look at that green. Oh, I love it. And I think it's going to go really nicely with the wood toned drawers. So let's get to painting. Now this paint is a lot runnier than the chalk paint. So let's see how it goes. Oh my gosh, I am loving it. I love this green. Oh, I kind of wanted the backyard to be the next project, but maybe this sunroom dining room will have to be the next project. So I'm just doing what Katja says. The first coat's not gonna be amazing. We're just trying to get enough coverage on here, pick up that texture. Woo, that green's looking good. So yeah, this should go by fairly quickly. I love it. So coat 1, I'm just gonna hodgepodge it on, wait for that to dry. You can already see the texture of the oatmeal paint kind of peeking through, which I like. So yeah, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this. Okay, so I've got 2 coats of the green on this as well as on the mirror. So what I wanna do now, I mean, it's not like completely dry, but I do need to take off this blue tape, and that will give us a better idea of what it's gonna look like. Now, what I wanna do, because you guys are probably thinking to yourself, which is exactly what I'm thinking to myself, you spent yesterday painting 2 coats of the oatmeal, and now that you have 2 coats of the green on, it's like, why did you do the oatmeal at all? So what I wanna do, as I mentioned, my thought is, I wanna lightly, with the featherest of lightest touches, take a piece of sandpaper and go over this and very lightly bring out a hair of the oatmeal that is underneath. And then I'm gonna go over it with that brown wax. And I really wanna get like the brown wax. Like, I love when Katja, sometimes she does it with dry brushing, which I contemplated doing like a dry brush brown. It gives all that like shadowy neatness. So I'm hoping that if I lightly sand and like these sharp edges, a little bit of the oatmeal should show through. You know, you want to think of where furniture over time would likely get wear and tear on it. These like edges here, the edges here. Not so much on like the flat surfaces, but maybe like in the corners, something here. I mean, this piece, I already can see where. There's wear here, there's little cracks here. So focusing light sanding on those already naturally worn areas to bring out the oatmeal underneath, and then brushing the brown wax on everything, I think is gonna look mwah. My only worry is on the drawers, which I can't grab because I'm using them to get the mirror off the ground so that I could paint the edge. But I was thinking of it, and I don't know how long the hardware has been on these drawers, but I have a fear of me taking off the hardware and you being able to see the outline of the hardware, and that won't be good. So everybody will cross our fingers that I just take off the current hardware and it's like seamless, and all we have to do is drill new holes for the new hardware and it will look beautiful. So cross your fingers for that. But right now, I want to take off this tape. Okay, I probably should be waiting a little bit longer, but you know me, I don't want to. So I went out and got some 150 grit. I want it a little bit smoother, but this is pretty smooth. I just want to have a really light touch. So let's try it on the back corner first. So the idea is I'm just gonna go really light, and I just wanna see if that oatmeal comes through. Light, no pressure. I'm just gonna swipe it down. Oh, see? Very subtle. Yeah. Okay, now can you see it coming through a little bit? And then I feel once we get the wax over the top, that's gonna look really good, really good. And I am going to do a little bit more, like I said, on areas where I feel the furniture would naturally get a little bit more dinged up, have a little bit more wear on it. Yeah. Sometimes you can go a little crazy. So I'm gonna try not to go crazy. And I probably should get like a damp towel to wipe the dust down too. But I'm gonna do this all over. Okay, so I got really excited, and after I did my light sanding and had all of the antiquing coming through, I decided to put it back together to see where we're at. And I've decided I want to paint this drawer. So let me slide over so you can get a full view. I mean, cute, but don't you feel like this? It's a nice little drawer. Super cute, but I think it needs to be antiqued green. And then these just stay the brown and the top just stays the brown. Also, I thought this was gonna come down more, and so I did not paint under here. And that definitely needs to be antiqued green. So yeah, I'm thinking I gotta slap a coat of paint here and a coat of paint here. I just think this will look really cute and more of like a secret hidden drawer if it was painted green, because there's not gonna be a handle on it. It just looks like it's like the skirt of this. I could hide all my valuable jewels in here and not even put a lock on it if it was painted green. No one would know that this was a drawer. I'm just teasing, but I'm kind of not teasing. But the main reason why I want to paint this green is just because I love the antiqued green and I want there to be more of it. Because really, we only have the sides, see? I want more of that on the front. So I'm gonna do that just when I thought my painting was over. Yay me. Okay, so I got my first 2 coats of the oatmeal on. I made sure to add texture. That's how we get the beautiful antiquing. It's that base coat texture underneath your top coat. So when you lightly sand, this is what you get. Anyways, I digress. Since I'm waiting for that to dry before I can put on my green layer and sand, I thought let's use our time wisely and maybe get the new Cobbe hardware on our 3 drawers. So let's find out a little bit more about this. This is a 10 pack, so you get 10 of these. T-shaped, solid, 5-inch hole center. Oh, I thought there was one hole. I was gonna be super excited because then I could just use this one hole, but it's not. It's 2 holes. Center spacing, kitchen cabinet handles. They come in a variety of sizes, a 1 inch, a 3 inch, a 3 1/4 inch, a 5 inch, or a 6 3/8 inch. They do come with templates, which is actually very nice. So this technically is a 5-inch handle because the holes in the back are 5 inches apart, but the actual handle itself is just under 6 inches. The cost is really good. Don't forget, I bought knobs for my tiny bathroom makeover, and each one of those little flower knobs from the Lowe's or Home Depot or wherever I got them, I wanna say they were $4 a piece. Now you can get a 10-pack in this exact size for $26.99. Now it does say that right now that is a limited time deal. Typically these are $30 for 10. Not a bad price at all. And they're very nice quality. I think they will look beautiful on here. Meticulously crafted from solid aluminum alloy, elegant, again, I'm just reading what is written. Elegant your space and consider with exceptional durability. Okay, 2 kinds of screws and a size marking card, complete with all necessary hardware for convenient setup. Okay, with classic design and stylish outlook, these kitchen cabinet handles add timeless appeal to your kitchen, bathroom, and various furniture. Comes with a 6-year warranty and a 365-day return policy. Wow, 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 wow. That's really nice. Okay, so now we have to figure out how to get them installed. Inside the box did come a bunch of screws. These ones are a little bit shorter, so I guess for like the thickness of your drawer or a cabinet. And these ones are longer, but look like, are these cut to size? So what's cool, what I like about these is if you were putting these in a kitchen, you could do your drawers this way if you wanted to, and then your cabinet doors long ways. That could be cool. I just like this style. It's very minimalist, chic. Oh, it's gonna look good, guys. It's gonna look good. Okay, let's take out this for, oh, you know what I'm nervous about? I already told you. I'm nervous about this. I'm nervous about it. Hey, oh my gosh. Did I put the drawers in too soon? Are you out of your mind? Come on, drawer. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's seriously stuck. No, 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 no. How can that be? Okay, this one came out. No. Oh, okay, there we go. Woo, that had me nervous. Wow, that hole is ginormous. Can you guys see how big that hole is? What if this knob doesn't cover that hole all the way? These are really cute little drawer pulls though, I will tell you that. Why no? No, that does not cover up that hole completely. There's like a hair of the hole showing above the handle and a hair of the hole showing below the handle. I'm gonna have to wood filler. You know what I do have? They're from the Dollar Tree, but I think they might work. Those like markers that are for like Mars in your furniture, like if you have a scratch, furniture stain in the pen. Since it's just a little bit and a little bit, maybe I can like, you know, camouflage it enough to where it won't be noticeable. Well, good thing I'm waiting for paint to dry. So yeah, let me go try to fill in all these holes and clean this up, and then we'll reconvene when I'm ready to put these on. So I've got 2 coats of green on my inside and my secret hidden drawer, filled in my holes on all of my drawer fronts. And I mean, it's okay dry enough. I lightly as I could, so that I didn't mar any of the wood, sanded with a little edge of my sandpaper to get it super smooth there. And I have cut out my template for my hardware. So I put these little pieces of tape here so that I kind of had an idea of where to lay this template, but I'm still going to measure after the fact. So this piece of tape here kind of dictates where this edge is gonna go, and then this bottom kind of dictates where the bottom of this is gonna go. That's just to give me like a general idea, but again, we're still gonna measure from the outer edge of this hole to the edge and the outer edge of this hole to the edge. Make sure those are perfectly equidistant, and then measure from the bottom of the hole down and the bottom of the hole down to make sure it's level. So it looks like I have to shift a little that away. Let's see if I did better there. This is like the most tedious part. Oh, too much. Shit balls, Sheri. Sorry, I want it to be very perfect. Yes, good, we're good there. So now I wanna measure from the bottom hole down, 3.5 in one line. Okay, don't you move. So I have my drill outfitted with a drill bit that is the same diameter, thickness as the screws. I want to drill into tape so that I don't like splinter the wood on the top. So now we can drill. All right, now if all goes well, our little screws will line right up and this handle will be perfectly straight. And see, when you put tape on the front face of your piece that you're trying to drill through, you don't splinter the wood. Such a pro tip from someone, not me, I didn't think of it. Look at that, they fit beautifully there. Let's line this up and try to hand screw it in just a little bit. Oh, line up, you better line up. Oh, suki suki. Look at that. Yes. Ooh. Are you guys picturing it? Now, I mean, you can barely see where I wood filled right there. I am gonna have to clean this off and then try to like pen brown marker or something in there. But look, that is beautiful. Now, I need to do the other one of these plus this big guy here. But it should take no time with our template. Oh my gosh, you guys, you seen this? Look at this. Now, I did use, which you don't have to go out and buy these because seriously, if you have a marker, these were those pens I was talking about that I got at the Dollar Tree. They say they are furniture scratch markers. They all just look red to me. This is like a darker version of red, and these two almost look identical in red. So I wouldn't suggest these if you have a piece of furniture that actually has like a giant gouge out of it. The only reason why I felt comfortable at all using these is because my handle pretty much covers up. It was like a fingernail of width that you could barely see of that wood filler peeking out the bottom. So this camouflaged it enough. No one's gonna be able to tell unless they're literally like, up, I see a little bit of a red. That's not wood there. And you know what I say? If anybody's doing that, you can tell them to get out of your house right now. So, look at how good. All I have to do now to complete this is antique that so that it matches. Come on, guys. And then I need to go over everything that I've painted with my wax to seal it in. I do want to add that gold gilding wax up in that finial that's up at the top of the mirror there to tie in these gold handles. But other than that, it's going to be done. Now I'm only waxing the parts I painted. I actually just polished these drawers with some Orange Glow wood cleaner. So yeah, next time you guys see it, it will be the final reveal. Guys, it's done. Our thrift store find has been transformed. Are you ready to see it? Because here it comes. Dun 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 dun! Look at those new handles, our antiqued paint treatment, the secret drawer that no one would know is a drawer, but it is. Oh, I just love the way this turned out. Who knew? Just some new knobs and some paint, and you can transform anything. Yay, we did it. I mean, if I haven't proven my point already on this channel, this should do it for you. If you find anything, a free piece of furniture on the side of the road, something really cheap at the thrift store, a free piece of furniture from your friend's aunt, maybe it's not your exact style, but if you just look at it and say, hey, maybe if I switch out the hardware and maybe if I grab a can of paint, I can transform this free piece of furniture into something that is my style and my taste and will coordinate with my decor. I mean, it took us a weekend, and really the lengthiest part was waiting for the paint to dry. I probably could have knocked this out in a day if this was like quick dry paint. I'm just saying, a weekend, a couple of hours on a Saturday, a couple more hours on a Sunday, you've got yourself a new piece of furniture that you can totally be proud of. I'm telling you, I sent a picture to Stacy and I said, please send this to your Aunt Diane because she was curious to see what I was gonna do with it. And Aunt Diane wrote Stacy back and said, I love it so much. I'm gonna have to agree with her. I love it so much too. And if you love it so much, let me know in the comments below. A big shout out to Cobbe Cabinet Hardware for inspiring this look. And another big shout out to Rollingdog Tools for sending me their 10-piece paint kit so that I could achieve this look. Now, these little rollers, I actually washed this one. It washed surprisingly easily, more easily than I remember paint rollers being. I don't know if that has to do with the fact that I didn't leave this roller wrapped up in saran wrap sitting in my refrigerator for 3 to 4 weeks. It did sit in my refrigerator overnight, but the next day when I was done using it, I washed it and it washed really clean. Now, this one, thanks to our good friend Carl, the kit did come with 4 of these and 2 of these. This is the only one I could find, and I found this on my bed. The other 3 are gone. I don't know where Carl took them, but I'm sure they will turn up here soon. Hopefully, before the next time I want to paint something. So, if you are interested in the other hardware options that Cobbe Cabinet Hardware has to offer, I will leave the link to their Amazon store in the description box below. I will also leave the direct link to these pulls in case you like these. And I will also leave the link to Rollingdog's Amazon store, as well as the link to the 10-piece kit in the description box below. If you guys are interested, I would suggest highly checking both of them out. And with all that said, if you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Be sure to ring that notification bell so that you are alerted to all of the DIY Wednesday videos I push out, which is every other Wednesday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. Make sure you share this video with your family and friends. And as always, thanks for hanging out.